How's it going, everybody? I'm here today playing Age of Cavemen. Yes, that's correct. Anyway, this is a game that looks very similar to Clash of Clans, and it's apparently not developed, or the developers are not natively English, because I don't think anybody would write "Welcome in the Age of Cavemen." You might write "Welcome to the Age of Cavemen" or "Welcome in the Age of the Caveman" or "Cavemen." That's just a very funny sentence. So there are a couple of things that have right off the bat annoyed me. Number one, this game does not have multi-monitor support, so of course it launched on my second screen, or my second monitor, which means I had to swap some stuff around to actually make that work. And number two, there is no native frame rate cap on the game, so I had to cap it using my recording software. Otherwise, you'd be hearing the static feedback from my graphics card, which creates some noise when it maxes out at around 1,200 frames a second. But anyway, those aside, let's get started and see just how similar this PC version of Clash of Clans is. The Spear Maiden, yes, nice to meet you. And apparently we've also met the Butcher. Chop chop next. Our village is suffering hunger. Please help us out, by building the Hunter's Cave. Tap the store button in the lower right corner. We can do that. Now tap the resources button. Choose the Hunter's Cave. Select correct place inside our village and tap the green button to start construction. Wait for builders to finish their work or speed it up with meteorites. Now, I noticed one unique thing about it. It's completed now anyway. Now those lazy bones have their food, let's do some real work. Our village needs stone to build more buildings. Tap the store button and build the stone quarry. I have to say, the interface is definitely the touch interface. This is not something you would find natively on a computer, on a PC. You can zoom out though, so you're not going to waste the entirety of your desktop real estate. Now we will have all resources. Splendid. Maybe they're intentionally speaking broken English due to the era this is supposedly set in. Our storage will be full soon. We need to build a stone storage. Tap stone. Yeah. There's the stone storage. Wait for the workers. Yes, once again, we can hurry it up. Might as well. Chieftain, we need to defend our resources, but how? Ah, yes. Axe thrower tower. I don't know if I said that correctly. Ah, yes. Axe thrower tower. It will take care of any threat. We're going back to the store again. And, yeah, this isn't reminiscent of anything at all, is it? Let's just speed that up. Those buildings took a lot of our resources. We are almost out. It's time to steal some from another villages. But we don't have an army. We will need the Warrior's Cave to train our units, so tap the store. So we're going to the army, and we're building the Warrior's Cave. Just put that right there. Great. Now we can train warriors. Select the Warrior's Cave and tap the Recruit Units button. Now train 20 clubmen by holding a button. By holding a button. Well, you mean by holding this icon? Yeah. Holding that button. You can always speed up the training of... You can always speed up the training, Chieftain. Probably should have been a comma there. But I'm just being nitpicky. Let's speed this up for 2. Looks like we have enough units for now. Close that window and tap on the attack button in the bottom left corner of the screen. So... yeah, we can play the campaign. This is the campaign window with villages for us to attack. What are you waiting for? Tap on the first step and start the fight. It's already selected for me, apparently. Now we need to steal the resources and destroy the village. Select the units on the bottom of the screen and tap on the map to spawn them. yeah, clearly the game was designed for mobile. I mean, there is no question about it. Just deploy the rest of them. Nothing really has changed. I haven't even checked to see if this game is currently on like Google Play or anything like that. But it most definitely started out as a mobile game. Nice fighting, Chieftain. We got the resources. So tap on the OK button to go back to our village. Very impressive, yes. Flattery will get you nowhere with me anyway. You can't even use enter. You have to actually click the OK button. Now you are on your own, Chief. Lead us to victory. So what's next? Collecting resources, obviously by tapping on it. Train warriors, expand your village, and crush your enemies. So basically, and then they're going to give me an offer to pay $4. Yes, by the way, this is a free game, obviously, in case you couldn't tell already. They don't actually have the nerve to charge for this game, Age of Cavemen, on the Steam store. Now that, I mean, you might say, well, isn't that obvious? Not so much, because there are plenty of mobile games that are ported to the Steam store and then sold for like $10 when they were originally selling for $2 on various mobile stores such as Google Play or Apple's App Store. So it's not completely unreasonable to suspect that a game that was natively on mobile would be ported over at greater cost to the actual PC market. Okay, apparently we have changed log here. Yeah, so basically this is just a reskin of Clash of Clans. Nothing really different here at all. I personally don't care much for Clash of Clans. If you like that sort of gameplay, the visual variety here might be something that appeals to you, but aside from that, I really can't see why you would play a knockoff over the original, really. Just not usually as much of a compelling reason to do so, unless, you know, you think Supercell doesn't deserve your business because they're so big already. You know, you don't want to encourage any sort of monopoly on games. I can understand that, but at the same time, it's, you know, come on, you could try to do something different, couldn't you? Everything is the same. It's basically a graphics mod pack for Clash of Clans. Now, okay, here's a unique take on this that you might find appealing. Maybe if you wanted to play Clash of Clans on the computer for whatever reason, but you didn't want to pay for BlueStacks or any other emulation software that allows you to run mobile applications on your desktop, Age of Cavemen might be a compelling alternative to Clash of Clans since they actually ported it over, and I do use the term ported quite lightly, as very little, virtually nothing, was actually changed, I imagine, from the touch version of this game. It's pretty much the same thing. Options are fairly limited, obviously. There are a few languages here. Apparently they change on the fly, but no big deal there. So, no, we're going to cancel that. I think we might have a few more things to look at here. Go back to the shop, and we have another axe thrower tower available. Now, there was a very, you know, like I said, I don't care much for Clash of Clans. If you want to build more buildings simultaneously, you need to have more builders. Alright. I was going to say, though, I'm going to be continually interrupted with that, aren't I? What I was going to say was that I didn't care much for the theme of A Clash of Clans, the cartoony look to it, really. And this game doesn't look that much different, but there was a game that I did like, and it was based off of Civilization. So, I mean, if you're looking for something Clash of Clans like, but that doesn't involve so much magic and stuff like that, that would probably be the version of the game to take a look for. It currently is on, I know, at least the Apple App Store, but I'm not sure about Google Play. I imagine it would be there as well. Not on Steam, to my knowledge. And it essentially played the same as every other Clash of Clans clone, which I found disappointing because I was hoping I'd actually found a Civilization mobile game. I am a big fan of the Civilization franchise, and it would have been a delight to be able to play a nice turn-based strategy game like Civilization on my phone in my spare time. But unfortunately, that's not the case. It was essentially just another Clash of Clans clone. But I did like the theme of it much better. It was much more based in the real world, or based off of the real world, and you didn't have as many fantasy elements in it. I noticed, even though this is called Age of Cavemen, on the store page they actually show like magic units. So yeah, I'm suspecting it's not going to be all that historically accurate, if I can even say such a thing about a game. But yeah, anyway, that's Age of Cavemen for you. There are currently around 200 players playing it concurrently, and the reviews have been mixed, I guess you could say, which actually surprised me, because it's 51% positive. Because a lot of Steam players do not care much for the lazy mobile ports invading the PC stores like Steam. Yeah. I'm not playing this.